Let's go. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready? Black 22.
52's the mic. Okay, double up.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Wait.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Play action now. Winston. Flush to his right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Like 22.
3rd and long for Winston. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, break.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, exit. Here we go.
Throwing his lock on third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, it's Lindsey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Locke going to try and throw on third down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, it's Jones. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Locke. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Following the interception, Winston. He completes it to Jones. 6-0 our score after one. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Pass complete here to Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Emmanuel Sanders. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Locke going to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Five.
Mike 5-4. Here we go.
22 jet bomber.
Watch the ship.
They'll run here with Lindsey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They look to throw. It's locked toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. It's locked. And that is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Evans. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Winston. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Winston. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. McManus's point after is good, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10.
Here we go.
Jameis to throw it. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Check. Crunch.
61, match box, and ready.
A final shot before half for Locke. Quick hitch, complete. It's Lamb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 38.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Smith.
Mike 5-4.
You ain't got nothing.
Shoot.
Lock now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's locked. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Come on, set.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 27, Winston. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Switch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Play fake. Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now the second down throw on target. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Jones. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Winston airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. To throw is Winston. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Got 3. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Hatch it. Shit.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. Mike 5-4. And we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now.
Bind up.
Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready. Black 22.
52 right here. 52.
Watch twist. Johnny.
Mike 52. Quick talk.
Here we go.
Here's Jones. And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Hey, Haywood.
He's not going to get me. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
On first down, Locke is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Block now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
You can't block me. Check 26. Check 26.
Go. Yep. Hey, box truck. Shoot.
On first and 10, here's Locke. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Right there, 54 Mike.
You ain't going nowhere.
Block again here on second and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Shaquille Barrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
On third and long, it's Locke. He's going to fire one. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. A carry for Barber. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up second and 13.
52 is the one. 52. What we got? Easy. 52. Watch 52. 52 is the mic.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They're going to need some therapy.
Wait.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Wait, switch. Under 10. 10.
Let him go.
Winston. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's locked. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
He's brought down at the 16-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Let's get it.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
On the double.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Protein spill. They go.
One final try for Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. There he goes, right side, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Buccaneers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Denver, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.